know it's an exclusive club. Only explorers get in here.
Scream louder. Your update on what was, is, and will be loud. Scream louder now.
Hey, this is Raz on Screen Louder with my buddies. I got Hobbs,
Hey.
Flaco,
Hola.
the hooligan.
Sup, bro?
So today we're going to be focusing on mostly animated movies. We'll start off with Pixar and we'll filter into some new stuff coming up and old stuff that's good. Pixar/Disney, Toy Story. Big thing. It's been going for about 20 years now.
I saw the original Toy Story in theaters. That's showing my age.
You were 10?
Yeah.
So it means you have like 40?
He's
No,
30.
30, bro.
Oh, well, he looks like a 40-year-old.
Oh my God.
And still,
No, the other day when we went to a gas station, somebody said that he looked like a 20-year-old. So.
Word.
Dude, that first Toy Story though, man, that was freaky. Sid, the toys that came alive. You had the hooker legs. Remember that?
Yeah, I think that was a play on words.
Yeah, it was.
I never liked Toy Story, ever.
What?
I just,
Worldwide
it was boring.
it was super successful. Worldwide box office, $364 million.
And that was Toy Story 1.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're at Toy Story 3, soon to be a Toy Story 4,
I'm so
June
excited.
15th, 2018. Look forward to it, people.
I think the world doesn't need Toy Story 4.
The world needs Toy Story
No.
4. Listen,
No.
they never dropped in quality. Like Toy Story 2 is just as good as the first one, and Toy Story 3 might have been better than the other two.
Solidly up to par. Like Toy Story 3, we just heard one of the adults talking about it too. Like
Toy Story 3 is Pixar's highest ranking grossing movie with over $1 billion.
that is where they move forward. It's where he's dropping off old things, childish things, and moving on to college. Like huge analogy there.
Like
man.
us.
Oh, and they're about to burn.
What
Gets
were
me
you
every
doing?
time.
Dude, I cried.
And I would
on
have
that
new
part.
toys.
I'm not gonna blame you, man.
When they were in the pit about to be burned and like they started grabbing hands, dude,
man,
the feels,
Every
the
time?
feels, right in the feels.
you're not alone.
Every Toy Story movie has a different sad moment. Like in the first one when Buzz fell from the stairs.
When he was trying to fly.
Oh, that was so sad.
Or the second one when the Jessie is crying on the window.
You know what those both have in common? Music.
Mm.
The music during both those times, and the freaking intense stuff during Toy Story 3 when they're about to get burned.
Thanks to
Or when the movie
thanks to
starts.
Randy Newman. on
Imagine, yeah, Randy Newman. Without the music, imagine where we'd be at.
that.
Like,
You got a friend in me.
Aww.
take that away. Take that away. You don't have a friend in him. You don't have a friend in anybody. You're alone.
Because I did that.
You're trying to fly. Buzz is jumping off the stairs, and that's all you see is this little plastic toy jumping off the stairs.
And then the slow motion, and he's reaching, and he's reaching.
You're just a toy.
Whoa, dude.
We gotta bring this up. I'm getting a lot of sadness going on right now. Can we talk about like the company for a second, like
No, we
Pixar
can't.
itself?
Yeah, give us words.
I'll give you some quick facts.
Was owned by Lucasfilm.
It was
1970.
Okay, what was so great about Lucasfilm owning it? Like, what'd they do?
They
Yeah.
didn't do anything.
It was a division of Lucasfilm called Computer Graphics Division.
That's right.
And then in 1986, Steve Jobs actually bought it and renamed it Pixar. He bought it for $5 million.
And gave it that beautiful beginning of the lamp jumping on the
Luxo
ball.
Jr.
Yep, exactly.
It wasn't on a ball, it was on an eye.
It was on an eye. Well, they had the ball in there too. Not for the opening, but that was their like one of their first shorts.
Oh.
Was
Have
the big lamp and the little lamp?
Yeah,
Luxo
have you
Jr.,
guys seen
Luxo,
the like? It was one of their very first shorts.
Jerry's
Knickknacks?
Game? No, Knickknacks.
Yeah.
Yes, with the snowman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
in the snow globe.
Trying to get the babe.
That's one of my
Mhm.
faves. It's so like early '90s, like pop MTV looking, because everything's like really brightly colored in geometric shapes, and it just shows also what like computer graphics were like back then.
He does everything he can, man. He's in a globe. He can't get out.
I think that's the coolest part about Pixar is that they take like if you go back and watch Toy Story, like the original, you can tell some of the textures and the frame rate and stuff is like they did a good job for 1995 for sure. But like then you look at stuff now and it looks near photorealistic.
Yeah.
And it's like you
Become
can
better and
definitely
better.
see how they've done a great job of like adapting with the times and computer technology.
Definitely. Not Pixar only. DreamWorks has stepped up like
Yeah.
huge. All kinds. I mean, we're gonna focus on a bunch of different animated
Well,
movies.
DreamWorks,
but
animated movies had a future, and so they say, oh, let's create another company. And then DreamWorks came out.
they've got some good movies though. DreamWorks, like, what was their Home? Oh,
But it's very different. It's a
Home.
different humor.
Home teared me up.
Wait a minute.
Shrek
wait a
was
minute.
DreamWorks too, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But what I didn't know that was kind of cool, like I felt like it was a whole lot more, but there was only 16 movies made by Pixar. So
I
far.
know.
I thought it was like 100 or something. Like it felt like it because I don't know. I guess I was getting them kind of mishmashed with DreamWorks and some
Right,
other
but what they have
companies,
is
Sony
really,
Pictures and
really
stuff.
good. There's 16 movies, like nailed all kinds of different things, you know?
Well, it used to take a really long time. I remember watching Cars when I was like 12 and listening to something that one of the actors was saying, and they said it took 4 years for them just to start hiring actors for this because they have to draw every frame out, and it takes so long for them to get ready. So it makes sense that there's not that many.
There's something about cars, like who creates cars, the cars in the movie, like why they have planes. You remember?
Yeah, that was. I mean, that's going into a whole different thing that we can go on
That's
to
like
for
psychology.
ages. Yeah.
That's-
I mean, like
Philosophy.
cars
Why
got
did they make
pregnant or something like that, or what?
Why were there planes?
Okay, Salvador, let me explain this to you. When a man car loves a woman car very much.
Whoa. PG.
Oh.
Okay, no exhaust pipes here.
Isn't
Well,
this an
keep it on
R-rated?
the-
Toy Story was also going to possibly be called Toys in the Hood, and I think that's hilarious.
Toys in the Hood.
Dude, they definitely throw down in that. We see everything.
There's a
play nice.
there's a picture online of the Boys in the Hood cover with Will Smith, and they've got their heads taken off, and it's got like Woody and Buzz and Mr. Potato Head.
They're a gang, man. I'm telling you, they're in it to win it. Playing turf wars with those funky characters up in Sid's room. Mm-hmm.
You know, we mentioned A113 on the last podcast.
Yeah.
Apparently, it appears in all Pixar films. I thought it was just a few of them, whoever was working on the films, but it says it's in all Pixar films because it's a tribute to the classroom number at the California Institute of Arts that was used by many
Yep.
of the students,
Yep.
including John Lasseter and Brad Bird.
Yeah, it also appears on The Simpsons.
Yeah, it does. Like most of the, I was just looking at that. Most of the like jail numbers, like when it shows like their inmate numbers, like Krusty and Marge and
Yeah.
Bart, it's A113. That's pretty cool.
You know something about Pixar movies is that they have very good songs, but those movies are in musical movies.
Well, that's the one I wanted
Yeah.
to filter into. We've got an awesome soundtrack. We brought up Cars a couple times, and they focus
Life is a
specifically.
highway.
We got some good songs that we knew, before the movie, and stuff like that. There's Our Town, and that's the feels moment when he's like, man, I wish I could have seen this place in the heyday, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's looking at everything, and everything you see in that movie is from Route 66. Shout out to
It's
us
true.
here in Amarillo, Cadillac Ranch, right? The
Yeah.
range.
The mountains
Got-
are based
Yeah.
on.
Exactly. We've got the Cadillacs popping out of the ground. If
Yeah.
you look in the movie, then you got the
Like
range
the
of mountains.
the things that are
Yep.
the rock formations.
Exactly. Yep. So that's a shout out to Route 66 coming through here by Amarillo. But they take tons of different pieces from all over the states to create this little area that Lightning McQueen interacts with, and it's kind of a really cool flashback to America and everything that makes up.
They really do a great job,
Us.
like recreating things. Like for example, Finding Nemo, like all the
Yeah, it's
fishes.
Finding
and
Nemo.
Nemo.
Say that again.
Nemo. It's in Spanish. It's
Thanks
Nemo.
for that,
I'm more familiar. Oh,
We
never
forgive you.
mind. But yeah, I know
Nemo's
I know
cool.
the Spanish names better than in English.
No wonder nobody could find him. He didn't get his name right.
When he
Yeah.
fights, what's his name? Bruce?
I remember the first time I watched Finding Nemo, I was actually at like a daycare place, like Boys and Girls Club, and I was watching it, and I was just so mesmerized by what was going on that I made my mom buy it for me, and I watched it over and over and over again. Eventually, I was just like, sucks.
Oh.
I was like 16 when Finding Nemo came out.
Yeah, it came out in 2006, right?
Yeah,
I was 10.
Not the first one.
and she was like, I hope this time.
Well, to me,
it's
that's
not
still
being
new.
funny.
I think back of like new movies. Finding Nemo is still kind of new to me. And then I see all these other movies that have come
Finding
out. and I'm
Nemo
like,
came
holy
out in
crap.
2003.
Finding Nemo is old.
2003.
Because I was still in high school. I was 17 when it came out.
Then I would have been a lot younger.
Shout out to everybody who's 30.
Well, Finding Nemo.
Well, see, you
Nemo.
never would have found him.
Nemo.
Finding Nemo.
I just read a cool little fact that's like we might not have ever had Toy Story 2. Like the sequel almost didn't happen because originally it was supposed to be a straight to DVD release, but then they liked it so much that they were like, let's make it a feature film. And then
Really?
it was the first film to ever be created, mastered, and shown digitally, but they almost lost all of the copies. Like
Oh.
during production, they it was almost completely deleted from the computers, but one copy remained on like a far backup computer.
Holy crap.
So they almost lost all that. Like it was probably years of work.
Yeah.
We almost
Could you
didn't-
imagine drawing those pictures? And being
right?
Like,
We almost didn't have Jesse in the Prospector, and
Jesse is a babe.
Bullseye, is that?
Bullseye.
Bullseye.
Ride like the wind, Bullseye.
Of
Remember
course
that
you
trailer?
think Jesse's a
Remember
babe
that
because she
trailer?
has red hair.
Yeah. It's because she's amazing. Christy, what do you tie to
like
when I
amazing
say
girls with
songs
red
and
hair?
animated movies? What do you think of?
You know,
Boom. Like, doesn't have to be Pixar. Songs, animated movies.
I have
Frozen.
no idea. Frozen, no. Ugh, oh
Let
my
it
god.
Go, let it go.
I remember watching that in theaters and almost crying because they sing all the dang time. And
Ding dang time.
ding
ding.
dang time. But I mean, I think that there's so many examples of great sound in movies. I mean, that's how it's supposed to be. I think we're so familiar with it that
Mine really is the Toy Story. Like
Their
the friend in
music?
me. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was the first thing I remember. Like remembering that song from a movie, and that's the first like animated movie I ever tied a song to. I think.
Spirit, the movie
Yes!
Spirit. Yeah,
Stallion
that
of the
one.
Cimarron,
The horse
Brian
movie?
Adams.
What? Yeah, the horse
I'm
movie.
free.
It
Nailed
was
Oh my goodness.
favorite soundtrack ever. I watched that again whenever I just turned 20, which is this year, and loved everything they did with the sound. in that
Yes, I'm gonna shout out some obvious ones that kind of disappointed in our people here for not saying. Lion King.
Circle of Life.
Oh, that line! I didn't even think of Lion King. That's a good one.
See, now you're gonna cry.
Just can't
Tarzan?
wait to be king. I wasn't. I was ahead of Tarzan.
Aladdin.
Aladdin's good.
Yeah. My personal, one of my personal favorites was Jack Johnson, White Stripes, with Curious George. Jack Johnson did a lot of covers of White Stripes for Curious George,
It's true.
but that was definitely a pretty
What about
sweet soundtrack.
Little Mermaid? Who's its and what's its galore? You want thingamabobs? I got 20.
Who cares?
Why is it the two guys in here?
That are
singing
singing
that
that. I don't know, because maybe you guys are the two girls in the
Yeah.
room. Actually, I mean,
I like
Okay.
Disney songs, but I only know the Spanish name.
Yeah.
In Spanish lyrics.
Say
Can you
thingamabobs in
sing
Spanish.
a well-known animated song in Spanish for us? Subway?
What about
Hakuna Matata. That's already in Spanish.
it's the same in Spanish. Yeah. Hakuna Matata. Yeah.
We'll sing the rest of it. in
Ain't no
Spanish,
passing
let's
craze.
sing it.
It's our problem-free
You know,
philosophy.
Let's see if you recognize this song.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's say- okay.
All right, Salvador or
I want to sing.
Flaco is going to sing a song for us, and we're going to try to guess it.
Busca lo más vital, lo más. Siempre lo más esencial.
The bare necessities.
Bare Necessities Alive. That's the Jungle Book.
Oh, and it's got the bare necessities.
Yeah.
Simple.
they're
bare
making another
necessities.
Jungle
Yeah.
Book real soon, and a Peach
It
Dragon.
looks amazing.
Yup.
It does.
Dude, that new Jungle Book trailer, I saw it the other day, and I, like, it was great.
Shere Khan's gonna rip my head off.
Yeah.
Man.
I got nervous for Mowgli for once.
Right? Him and his little.
Peach Dragon,
Red
too.
loincloth?
I saw the movie poster for that. I haven't seen a preview or anything, but
I saw a preview, and at first I was like, man, I'm so sick of watching the Jungle Book previews. But it was a completely different thing. I got real mad at myself.
All right, Hobbs. We're gonna finish off this first half with your favorite animated movie
From Pixar,
from anything. We'll start with Pixar. Yeah, give us a Pixar.
Pixar, probably Brave, just because, you know, I liked it. I went all girl on it.
I gotta say this before we go. I feel like I love every Pixar movie. Like, there's not one that really stands out to me. There's something I like about all of them, but there is one that kind of like is a dark horse, one that a lot of people tend to forget about, or like they don't really have as a favorite, and I love it. And it's Ratatouille.
Yeah.
Like Ratatouille is probably it's in my top 3, I think, and it's one that like nobody really talks about.
It's food, man. Oh, and then the girl chef that like teaches him how to,
Oh,
you know.
she's hot.
Yeah, dude. Sleeves up. Your sleeves are dirty.
Does she
You're
have
not a
red
good
hair?
cook. No, she's got
Just
black
kidding.
hair. All right, next half will be more improvements made to animated movies. We talked about it a little bit earlier on, and we'll go on to, let's see, we'll spread out from Pixar and look at all the new upcoming movies and their awesome thing that they are known for, their shorts. So
Like Bermuda shorts, like
I don't know.
soccer shorts,
I
gym
don't know.
shorts.
During the break, you look up and see if they had really nice
Okay.
shorts. But no, I was talking about the film shorts.